I was very heartbroken and sad, and
Were you drinking?
yes, I was drinking a lot. I was drunk for a week or two after he left.
Now, when Nick left on March 12th, did you know that he was leaving you for a specific woman?
He said he was, yes.
Ooh, so that was just a little bit of her direct examination. We're going to show you all of it. Let me bring in now our legal analyst this hour, the Honorable Phyllis Collins. The judge has also served as a prosecutor before taking the bench. And Judge, I want to ask you just overall, how did you think this defendant fared on the stand? What really jumped out at you? What were the takeaways for you, please?
I think she handled herself really well. This is what I wanted to see from her. I wanted to see what her state of mind was, how overly distraught she was, the drinking, the having to go to a mental health hospital for a little while. One thing I didn't like is when her attorney started asking her on direct about all the things that were in the car. I think it sounded like she was trying to make an excuse for those things, and it was a little too convenient. And I would have rather her just been prepared to answer those questions on cross. I think they were trying to draw the sting of that and bring it out on direct, but I think it would have come across better on the cross-examination.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes that's an advocacy mistake. You think, get those bad backs out now while we can, while we're in control of it. But like you said, that's hard stuff to explain. It looks very, very bad. How about with the advocacy from Michelle Boat's defense attorney? One thing that stood out to me is I liked how she paused. I liked that when Michelle Boat was crying and getting so hysterical, the attorney just kind of let it breathe. She didn't rush the next question at her. She sort of just let those emotions simmer, let the jury kind of feel what the defendant was feeling. And I felt like she did a good job in that regard. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I really like this attorney, Julie. I liked her from the very beginning. I thought she did a really good job in opening, and I think she was very credible. I think the jury believes her, and they believe that she believes in her client and that she hasn't told them any lies so far. So I think she's done a really good job. I think she pauses at the right moments. There was even one moment where her client talked a little bit more than she thought she would, and she stopped her questioning and said, "I'm sorry to interrupt you, go ahead and complete your answer," which, a lot of times attorneys don't want to do that because they're afraid of what their client's going to say. But she did not appear to be afraid of what her client was going to say.
Right. Agreed. I have to give her really high marks for this direct because we know the defense has a really tough job with this heinous set of facts that they're contending with. But she was so organized, the way she told the story, the way she paused, the way she didn't over ask. She was just, I felt like there was a lot of preparation that went into this. And I don't know how she really could have done it any differently. Can you think of anything you would have changed?
Just the one part I said about I would not have asked her about the items in the car. I would have waited and just prepped her and said, it's coming. You got to be ready for that on cross. But to me, it sounded like it was rehearsed, like she was ready had an answer for everything, the crowbar, the gloves, it was just a little too much for me.
I'm with you. Yeah, they definitely spent some time rehearsing that. I think that was pretty evident. Glad you pointed that out. Judge Phyllis Collins, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you kindly for lending us your expertise.
Thank you.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break. We're going to step aside for a few moments. When we come back, we're going to show you more of Michelle Boat's testimony. You're going to see every bit of it. We've stopped it right at the point where we're going to pick back up when we come back. This is Court TV Live, front row seat to justice.